Supersonicing Plays, and welcome back to another video. So, you know that, Crogan challenge I did a while back? Well, since I had so much fun with it, we're gonna do another one. Today's the day we're gonna figure out what it takes to beat all of Pokemon Red with a team of only one Zubat. You know, the annoying Pokemon that you encounter, like, every 5 or 6 steps in caves. Well, we're gonna see if it's possible to beat all of Pokemon Red with that annoying Pokemon. So before we get started, here are the rules. The only Pokemon I can use in battle is Zubat. I can't use other Pokemon in battle. I'll just use those Pokemon for HM use only. No healing items in battle, but I can use healing items outside of battle is allowed. And no glitches or exploits. I hope. This is Gen 1, the most glitchiest and probably the most broken Pokemon game of all the Pokemon franchise. Alright, with the rules aside, let's get to it. Alright, so straight off the bat, we used the Pokemon randomizer to replace Bulbasaur with Zubat. I chose Bulbasaur so our rival would choose Charmander, the hardest Pokemon for us to fight. I named him Zubatman because it's hilarious. So this is our first rival battle, and, well, we don't do very well, for one reason. Leech Life is the only move that Zubat can learn knows at the moment. And Leech Life is really freaking bad in Gen 1. Like, really bad. Like, look how much damage we're doing to Charmander compared to probably later on in the other moves. It's just that bad. So yeah, I mean, we came close. He kept using Growl on us. But eventually we get taken out by Scratch. God dang it. So we actually do need to train Zubat until it knows both Bite and Supersonic. So at least we could stand a chance against Brock's team at least. So I have to fight Kakuna and Metapod just so Zubat can level up. After the grind, we fight Brock, and of course he starts out with Geodude. We use Bite to okay. I have to address the elephant in the room. Look how little damage we're doing to his team. I used Supersonic, so, you know, we can dwindle down his health as he hits himself. But so far, Confusion Luck is not on our side. It keeps snapping. Once he snaps out of Confusion, and we use Supersonic again to make him confused. Here, and then we just pretty much dwindle him down with Leech Life and Bite, which is this is a long battle. But, okay, we use Supersonic again, but eventually, oh. Yeah, see, this is like, look, he only has a slither of health left. Well, it doesn't help he keeps using Defense Curl to raise his freaking defense. But we finally were able to take him out with one last bite. Next up is Onyx. Of course, he uses Bite, so we use Supersonic, but failed to use it again. And the first gym was not a cakewalk. I mean, Jesus Christ. Even on Onyx, we're not doing very well. It's a shame that Zubat doesn't learn Mega Drain until later on in the game, because Mega Drain would be useful right now. So yeah, we eventually get our ass kicked. On our second try, we use Supersonic to make him confused. It hurts himself again, then we use Bite to dwindle him. So basically, this is our strategy. We have to freaking confuse him every time. Like, Bite is a scary move. You do a lot of damage, but it's not really good against Zubat because, well, you only do a little damage. And of course, he uses Screech to lower our attack and defense. I think that's how Screech works. But look at it. We're doing amazing thanks to our confusion luck. We use Leech Life. Couldn't tap because, okay. Unleashed his energy, but it didn't do very much. And he finished himself off thanks to confusion, winning us our first gym battle. Here's our second gym battle with Misty. And she starts out with Staryu to fight our Zubat. It uses Tackle on us, then we use Bite to do decent damage. It used Water Gun, then we use Confuse Ray to confuse it. Despite being confused, it still hit us with Water Gun. We used Leech Life, which did poorly. Hurts himself due to confusion, and we finished off with Bite. Next up is Starmie, but one-shot us with Bubble Beam before we did anything. Man. On our next try, Misty decided to use X-Defend on Starmie to raise its defense. We used Confused Ray immediately to confuse it, so we can dwindle it. But despite being confused, it still used Tackle on us to do decent damage. We used Bite to do little damage. And, okay, hurts itself with confusion. We used Leech Life to keep dwindling his health down. It hurts himself with another because of its confusion. We used Bite to keep it up. It used Tackle to do decent damage on us. We used another Bite. And of course, he snaps out of confusion and uses Tackle. He uses a Leech Life to lower his health just a little bit. Before we had a chance to confuse it again, it uses a Bubble Beam, which finished us off. With that defeat, I've decided to train Zubat to level up Zubat enough so he can learn Wing Attack. That's our only way we can defeat Misty if we learn that move. Alright, we're back with Misty, and we're gonna try this again. Alright, so this time we decide to use Wing Attack, which does decent damage. Then Staryu uses Tackle on us. We use a Bite to finish Staryu off. Wow, Staryu didn't gave us trouble. Alright, next up is Starmie, that Smith used X-Defend. We decided to use Wing Attack to do a little bit of damage. Starmie tackled us to do little damage. Then we used Bite, which was a crit. Starmie then used Tackle, and then we used Wing Attack to do a little more damage. And then Starmie used Bubble Beam, which got us to 15 health. We used Bite to have just a sliver health left. But then he used Water Gun to finish us off. On our another try, Starmie uses Tackle on us, while we use Confuse Ray to confuse it. Of course, Misty used an X-Defend to raise Starmie's defense. We used Wing Attack to do little damage. Despite being confused, Starmie used Tackle. We used Bite to do a little damage. It hurts itself again with confusion. We hurt it again with Wing Attack. And of course, now he snaps out of confusion and used Bubble Beam to do massive damage. But we use a critical Wing Attack to finish it off, winning us our second gym battle. Up next is our second rival battle. He sets out Pidgeotto to fight our Zubat. Now, I'm worried about Pidgeotto for a couple reasons. One, it knows Sand Attack, which lowers our accuracy. So let's hope he doesn't use it a bunch, or misses a lot with Sand Attack. Of course, it starts things off with Quick Attack to attack first, while we use Confuse Ray to confuse it. Despite being confused, it used Quick Attack on us, and then we used Bite to do massive damage. Then we used Wing Attack to almost take it out. It snapped out of confusion and used Sand Attack on us, lowering our accuracy. Then he used Quick Attack again to damage us, but we finished it off with Bite. Next up is Abra, but he can't really do anything, so we'll try our best to take it out. Because we got hit by Sand Attack, which lowered our accuracy. We We tried to use Wing Attack, but thanks to Sand Attack, we missed. It tried to use Teleport, but it failed. We used Bite, which one-shots it. Next up is Rattata, that uses Quick Attack on us. We tried to use Bite, but it missed. We used another Bite, which one-shots Rattata as well. His last Pokemon is Charmander. This time, things go well as we almost one-shot it with Bite, and it caused Charmander to flinch. And then we finish it off with a Wing Attack. Wow, that actually went a lot more smoother this time in the second rival fight. But that doesn't mean we're finished our rival, nope, because here we are fighting him again. Alright, with that mistake aside, we start things off with Bite to do massive damage. It used Gust on us, which did a little bit of damage to us. And then we used Wing Attack to finish it off. Next up is Raticate, which attacked first using Quick Attack. And then we used Bite to do massive damage. It used Quick Attack again to attack first, which was a crit but didn't really do anything. And then we finished it off with Wing Attack. Next up is Kadabra. Before it did anything, we one-shot it with Wing Attack. Alright, his last Pokemon is Charmeleon, and we used Wing Attack to do massive damage. And then he used Leer to lower our defense. We used Bite to finish it off before he did any more harm, winning us another rival battle. Our next gym battle is with Lieutenant Surge, and he sets out Voltorb to fight our Zubat. We start things off with Bite, which did massive damage. Then Voltorb used Sonic Boom to do a little damage to us. And then we finish it off with Wing Attack. Next up is Pikachu, but before it did anything, we one-shot it with one Bite. Up next is Raichu, but before it did anything, we used Wing Attack to do a little damage. But then it one-shot us with a Thunderbolt. God dang it. On our second try, we used Bite to take half of his health. Raichu flinched because of it, and we used one more Bite to finish it off, winning us our third gym badge. Alright, so we're going through Rock Tunnel right now, and I wasn't feeling up to going on an HM hunt for Flash, so I just did it blindly. Which was a challenge for me, because I don't know the Rock Tunnel by heart, but with a little patience, we got through it. Alright, here's our next rival fight. He sets out Pidgeotto to fight our Zubat. It uses Quick Attack to attack first, and then we use Bite to do massive damage. We use Bite again to finish it off. Next up is Execute. Before it did anything, we used Wing Attack to almost take it out. It tried to use Hypnosis, but it failed. And then we finish it off with Bite. Next up is Gyarados. We tried to go for a Confused Ray, but it missed. And then it did huge damage with Hydro Pump. We used Bite to do major damage. But then Gyarados decided to use Leer to lower our defense. We used Wing Attack to do massive damage, but then our rival decided to use a potion to heal up Gyarados. But it didn't matter because we finished it off with a critical Bite. Next up is Kadabra, but before it did anything, we one-shot it with Bite. His last Pokemon is Charmeleon. Before it did anything, we did take care of most of its health with Bite, but then our defense gets lowered thanks to Leer. But then we finish it off with Wing Attack, winning us yet another rival battle. Our next gym battle is with the Grass-type Gym Leader Erica, and he sets out Victory Bell to fight our Zubat. Now straight away, we use Wing Attack to do major damage. And of course he uses Wrap, which is awful in Gen 1 because it just attacks constantly, which is annoying. But after all that's done, we finish it off with Bite. Up next is Tangela, but before it did anything, we one-shot it with Wing Attack. I wonder if him being the only major true grass type had something to do with that, him being taken out early. Next up is Vileplume, which we use Wing Attack before it attacked. It uses Sleep Powder, which puts us to sleep while we are asleep. And it uses Petal Dance, so many times before it actually got himself confused. Which hurts himself. But then we woke up and finished him off with Bite, earning us our 4th gym badge. After beating Erica, she decides to give us the TM move Mega Drain. And you know what we did? We let Zubat learn it, because Mega Drain will help us with... We won't have trouble with rock and ground types anymore, thanks to this Mega Drain. Next, we fight Giovanni, the leader of Team Rocket. He starts out with Onix to fight our Zubat. We use Mega Drain, which one-shots it, because he's double weak to grass. Up next is Rhyhorn, but we one-shot with Mega Drain before it did anything. Man, getting rid of Leech Life with Mega Drain was a smart idea. Alright, next up is Kangaskhan, which we use Bite to get rid of the majority of his health. Then it used the weak move Rage to do little damage to us. Then we use Wing Attack to do a little bit more damage to it. It uses Rage again, which did little damage to us yet again. We used Bite, which finished it off. Because we killed Kangaskhan, we win the battle. Next up, our next gym battle is with Koga, and he sets out Coughing to fight our Zubat. We start the battle off by using Bite to do decent damage, and of course, Koga uses X Attack to make his Coughing stronger. We use Wing Attack to do little damage. It uses Tackle, which barely hurts us. And then we use Bite to finish it off. Up next is Muck. Before it did anything, we used Wing Attack to do little damage. It uses Sludge, does decent damage. We use Bite to do a little more. It uses Sludge again, which didn't hurt a bit. We used Mega Drain, which didn't do anything at all. It tried to use Poison Gas, but we're part poison, so it didn't do anything. We used Bite again to dwindle his health a little more. It tried to use Disable, but it missed. And then we finish it off with Wing Attack. Up next is Coughing. We used Bite before it attacked. It used Tackle to do little damage to us. We used Wing Attack to almost take it out, but Koga did a dumb move and used X Attack instead of attacking. We tried to use Bite, but it missed. Koga uses another X Attack to make Coughing stronger, but we finish it off with Bite. Up next is Wheezing. We go for a Wing Attack, which did little damage, but then Wheezing decided to use Self-Destruct, which took us out. God dang it. On our second try, we used Confused Ray, but it missed. But then immediately it used the Self-Destruct, which didn't take us out. But since Wheezing is his last Pokemon, it goes down, and because of that, we win our 5th gym battle. Here's our next rival battle, and he sets out Pidgeot, to fight our Zubat. We start things off with Bite, which did major damage. It tried to use Whirlwind on us, but it was ineffective. We showed it who's boss by using Wing Attack, which did a little bit of damage. And then it used Sand Attack, which lowered our accuracy. But that foiled since we used Bite to finish it off. Up next is Execute. We tried going for Wing Attack, but it missed. It used Reflect to gain armor. We used a Wing Attack again. This time it didn't miss. It did major damage. And then it used Reflect again. We used Wing Attack again to have it to little help. I think the reason why he's keep using Reflect is the Psychic move and we're weak against the Psychic. Idiot. But we eventually took it out with one last Wing Attack, taking it out. Up next is Gyarados. We start things off with Bite to do massive damage. It uses Leer to lower our defense. We used Wing Attack to almost take it out. But then it uses Dragon Rage to lose 40 health points. We used Mega Drain, which actually finished it off. Next up is Alakazam, but we missed Bite, and then he just used Psybeam, which a move we're weak against too. We tried to use Bite again, but it missed again, and then we got confused. Confusion, taking us out. A century later, we get back to Alakazam, and this time we did major damage with Bite. And then he used Psybeam on us, which landed us to 22 health. But before it did any more damage, we used Wing Attack to finish it off. His last Pokemon is Charizard. We used Bite first to do major damage, and then decided to use Rage, which landed us to 18 health. We used Bite to do more damage, and he was building it with a Rage, which I don't know why he did Rage to begin with. And then we finished it off with Bite, finishing off this hard rival battle. Next up is another Giovanni fight, and he sends out Nidorino to fight our Zubat. We start things off with Bite, which did take out majority of his health. Giovanni decided to use Guard Spec to raise his defense, but we just finished it off with Wing Attack, so it really did not matter. Next up is King of Scum. Before it did anything, we take majority of his health away with Bite. And of course, it uses the weak Rage to do a little damage to us. And then we finish it off with a Wing Attack. Next up is Rhyhorn, but we just use Mega Drain to one-shot it. Next up is Nidoqueen. We used Mega Drain on it, but it didn't do very much. Then she used Scratch on us, do a little damage. We used Bite, a crit Bite, which did decent damage. Then he used Scratch again, do a little more to us. We used Wing Attack to dwindle Garrett a little bit of health left. She used Body Slam, which paralyzed us. While we're paralyzed, he uses Guard Spec, which didn't do anything, because we finished it off with Bite, winning us this next Giovanni battle. Our next gym leader battle is with Psychic-type trainer Sabrina, and she sets out Kadabra to fight our Zubat. And of course, it didn't last long because we used Bite, which one-shot it. Next up is Mr. Mime. Before it did anything, we used Bite to take the majority of his health away, and then he used Barrier to raise its defense. But then we used Wing Attack to finish it off. Up next is Venomoth, but before it did anything, we one-shot it with Wing Attack, since he's half-bug. Her last Pokemon is Alakazam. Before it did anything, we take majority of its health away with Bite. It uses Reflect to gain defense. We used Bite, which almost took it out. Then he used the weak Psywave, which is a random damaging move, do a little bit of damage to us. And then we finished it off with Wing Attack, earning us our 6th gym badge. Our next gym battle is with Fire-type gym leader Brandon, and it uses Growlithe to fight our Zubat. He starts things off with Wing Attack, which did decent damage. Growlithe then decided to use Agility to raise its speed, but then we use Bite to finish it off. Up next is Ponyta, but we just use Bite to take the majority of his health away, but then Brandon uses the Super Potion to heal up his Ponyta. Then we use Wing Attack to get him most of his health again. Then he uses Fire Spin, which works kind of like Wrap in Gen 1 for some reason. I don't know why, but it only lasts for 2 turns, and then we use Bite to finish it off. Next up is Rapidash. We use Bite to take majority of his health away, but then healed with Super Potion. Next we use Wing Attack to take half of his health away, but then healed thanks to freaking Super Potion again. We used Bite to take half of his health away, and then use Growl to lower our attack. Then we used Wing Attack to take more of his health away, used another Growl to lower our attack even more, and then we used Bite to almost take it out, and then it used Fire Spin on us. Which, like I said earlier, acts like Wrap for some reason. And this time it lasted for 4 turns? 4 turns it lasted. And then we finished it off with a Wing Attack. His last Pokemon is Arcanine, so we decided to use Confuse Ray to confuse it. Blaine decided to use Super Potion on a Pokemon that's already have full health. If I said Brandon, I apologize. We used Bite to take almost half of his health away, but despite being confused, he used Ember on us, which hurt. We used Bite to almost take it out with a crit Bite. And it took itself out because it was confused, earning us our 7th gym badge. Our 8th gym battle is with Giovanni, and he starts out with Rhyhorn to fight our Zubat. We start things off with Mega Drain, which one-shots Rhyhorn, as per usual. Up next is Doug Trio. Before it did anything, we use Mega Drain to take the majority of his health away. Then Giovanni uses Guard Spec to raise his defense. But then we just took it out with Bite. Up next is Nidoqueen. We used Bite before it attacked, which did decent damage. It tried to use Tail Whip, but it failed. We used a Wing Attack to take more of her health away. And then it used Body Slam, which, we got paralyzed by it. It uses another Body Slam to do even more decent damage. Then we use Bite to finish it off, despite us being paralyzed. Up next is Nidoking, which tackled us. We use Wing Attack to do decent damage. Nidoking decided to use Thrash to do a little bit more damage to us. We use Bite for another major damage. It is now thrashing about thanks to Thrash. We used Wing Attack to finish it off before it did any more damage to us. Up next is Rhydon. It tried to use Tail Whip, but it failed. We used Mega Drain, which take almost all of his health away, which healed us to 108 health. Giovanni used Guard Spec on Rhydon. We used Wing Attack, which almost took it out. Rhydon uses Tail Whip to lower our defense, but it didn't matter because we finished it off with Bite, earning us our 8th and final gym badge. Next up is our second to last rival fight. He sets out Pidgeot to fight our Zubat. We start things off with Confused Ray to make it confused. But despite being confused, it uses agility, so now it's faster. Pidgeot hurt itself due to confusion, and then we use Bite to lower its health even more. Then Pidgeot snapped out of confusion and used agility to raise its speed. Use Wing Attack, which did a little damage to it. It uses another agility to raise its speed again, and then we finish it off with Bite. Up next is Rhyhorn, but we just use Mega Drain to one-shot it. Up next is Execute, but we use Wing Attack to do decent damage to it, as it took in Sunlight for a Solar Beam. But it didn't get a chance to use it as we finish it off with Bite. Up next is Gyarados. We just used Bite to do decent damage to it. It went for Hydro Pump, but it missed. We used Bite to do a little bit more damage to it. It uses Hydro Pump again, which didn't miss, which landed us to 93 health. We used Wing Attack to do a little bit more damage. It uses Leer to lower our defense. And then we finish it off with Bite. Up next is Alakazam. We just used Bite to take the majority of his health away. And then it uses Psybeam, which finished us off. On our second try, we used Bite, which took half of his health away. It uses Reflect to gain defense. Then we used another Bite, which got him health even lowered. It uses another Reflect. And then we used Wing Attack to finish it off. His last Pokemon is Charizard, but before it did anything, we used Bite to do decent damage. And then Charizard uses Slash to do major damage to us. We used Wing Attack to do a little damage to it. It uses Slash as the Slash again, a crit Slash to do decent damage to us. But then we finished it off with Bite before it did any more damage to us, winning us our second to last rival battle. Alright, so on our way to the Elite Four, a level 72 Zubat, and here's our stats. I'm not sure if we have what it takes to defeat the Elite Four with this level, but who knows? Let's do this. The first of the Elite Four members is Lorelei. And I would like to say we actually did pretty good, but we didn't. They did more damage to us, and Dewgong kept using rest to, you know. Yeah, so, but we try again, but we still cannot take out here. We still struggle with Dewgong. So yeah, I think it's about time I just level up. Well, okay, we try again, and we still cannot take out her Dewgong. It kept using rest and ice type moves, which we're weak against too. But we eventually took it out, and up next is Cloyster. So yeah, we barely did anything to Cloyster. It's just like, yeah, I think it's time we need to max. We'll get him to level max before we have a chance with Lorelei. Alright, back to Lorelei with our level 100 Zubat, and we used Mega Drain to take half of his health away. And then it used a Aurora Beam that did some major damage to us and lowered our attack. And then we used Bite to do decent damage, but healed with Super Potion. And then we used Wing Attack to dwindle his health out down again, but only to be fully restored thanks to Rest again, which was freaking with us. We used Confuse Ray to confuse it, and it was asleep, so we used Bite to do decent damage. And then it woke up, as we did another Wing Attack, which finished it off. Alright, up next is Cloyster. Before it did anything, we used Mega Drain, which almost one-shots it. Of course, it uses Aurora Beam to do a little damage to us, despite it being super effective. We used Bite to finish it off before it did any more damage. Up next is Slowbro, but before it did anything, we took majority of his health away with Mega Drain. And then it used Amnesia to raise its special. And then we used Wing Attack to almost finish it off. And then it healed with Super Potion. But it didn't matter because we finished it off with Bite. Our last Pokemon is Jinx. But we almost destroyed her with Bite. And then it used Ice Punch on us to do decent damage. And then we finished her off with Wing Attack, winning us our first... Next up is Lapras. We just used Mega Drain, which take majority of his health away, which also caused us to heal. And then it used Blizzard on us, which did decent damage. And then we used Wing Attack, which almost took it out. And then it healed thanks to Super Potion. And then we used Bite, which almost took it out, and it used Super Potion again. We used Wing Attack to almost take it out again, and then used Blizzard to land us to 38 health. And then we finish it off with Mega Drain, defeating the first of the 4 Elite Four members. Next is the fighting type trainer Bruno, and he sets out Onyx to fight our Zubat. You know, this is kind of relating back to the first gym leader fight, but we're not having troubles with Onyx this time as we one-shot it with Mega Drain. Up next is Hitmonchan, but before it did anything, we one-shot it with Wing Attack. Up next is Hitmonlee, but like with Hitmonchan, we one-shot it with Wing Attack. Up next is Onyx, but like the last one, we just used Mega Drain to one-shot it. His last Pokemon is Machamp, but we just almost one-shot it with Wing Attack, and then decided to use Focus Energy, which did nothing for him, as we finished him off with Bite. Well, that's another battle over. Our third battle is with Hagatha that sets out Gengar to fight our Zubat. We start things off with Wing Attack, which is the only move that we could use to do decent damage to Gengar. And then it uses Nightshade to do a little damage to us. But then we use another Wing Attack to take care of her first Gengar. Next is Golbat. But before it did anything, we take majority of its health away with Bite. And then it switched over to Haunter. Then we use Wing Attack to one-shot Haunter. Switching for no apparent reason, just to sacrifice one of her Pokemon. Alright, here's Golbat again, and we just finished it off with a Wing Attack. Up next is Arbok, but before it did anything, we used Bite, which take majority of its health away. Then Arbok fought back with Bite, which did a little damage to us. And then we finish Arbok off with a Wing Attack. Our last Pokemon is Gengar. Before it did anything, we take majority of his health away with Wing Attack. It tried to use Dream Eater on us, but it didn't work because we're not asleep. Dream Eater only works when you're asleep. We used another Wing Attack, which finished it off, winning us our third battle. Our fourth battle is with Dragon-type trainer Lance, and he sets out Gyarados to fight our Zubat. We start things off with Confuse Ray to confuse it. But despite that being confused, it used Hyper Beam on us to do decent damage. Then we used Wing Attack to do major damage to it. It had to recharge, so we used Bite to almost take it out. It snapped out Confusion, but tried with Hydro Pump, but missed. And then we finish it off with Wing Attack. Up next is Dragonair, but before it did anything, we used Bite to take majority of its health away. Then it uses Agility to raise its speed. And then we used another Wing Attack, which finished it off. He sends out another Dragonair, but before it did anything, we used Bite again to take majority of its health away. It uses Agility to raise its speed. But it didn't matter because we used Wing Attack to finish it off. Suffered the same fate as the last Dragonair. Up next is Pterodactyl. We go for Mega Drain, but it did decent damage. And Aerodactyl uses Hyper Beam to do decent damage to us, laying us in 96 health. We went for a Wing Attack, which did decent damage. It had to recharge, so we decided to use Bite to knock its health down a bit. And then it decided to use Supersonic on us to make us confused. We hit ourselves due to confusion. It tried with Supersonic again, but we're already confused. Despite us being confused, we used Wing Attack to finish it off. Up next is Dragonite. We snapped out Confusion, used Bite to take half of his health away. It uses Barrier to gain defense. And then we used Wing Attack, which finished it off. Well, because it was a crit. And I was shocked that we actually won that. Alright, our last battle is with the true final battle is with our rival, and he starts the battle off with Pidgeot. We start things off with Bite, which did decent damage to it. Then Pidgeot decided to use its own Bite, which did crit, but barely did anything to us. We used Wing Attack to do major damage to it. Then Pidgeot used its own Wing Attack, but didn't do anything. And then we finish it off with a Bite. Up next is Alakazam. We just used Bite to take, which one-shots it. Man, I thought it didn't one-shot it. Up next is Rhydon, but we just used Mega Drain to completely annihilate it. Up next is Executor. Before it did anything, we used Wing Attack to take majority of his health away. Then it went for Hypnosis to put us to sleep. So it pretty much just attacks while we're asleep. Like, I'm telling you to wake the frick up, Zubat, man! You're gonna lose! I legitimately... You guys probably thinking that I'm gonna lose because sleep is OP in Gen 1, but we woke up and it used to stomp on us. We used Bite, which finish Executor off. Up next is Gyarados, but before it did anything, we used Wing Attack on it, which did decent damage. And then it uses Leer to lower our defense. And then we used Bite to finish it off. His last Pokemon is Charizard. Before it did anything, we used Bite, which made it flinch. And then we used Wing Attack to almost take it out. And then he used Fire Blast, which I thought we were done for, took majority of our health away, but then we just finished it off with Bite, earning us the spot of the Hall of Fame. Huh. Well, I actually was not expecting to, beat the Elite Four that easily with a level 100 Zubat. Now looking back, I probably should have done this at a level 95, but I didn't. But either way, it was a fun challenge. I probably will do this challenge again on Fire Red to see if it's harder on Fire Red than it is on Pokemon Red. Well, anyway, guys, that's the Zubat challenge. If you guys want to see me do any more Pokemon challenges, like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and become a follower to my Facebook page and Twitch, and join the Shadow Snake Army! And this is Shadow Snake, signing out.